Security challenges obviously is one of the big issues in Nigeria, and on today's edition of the program, we are looking at the security challenges in Nigeria. Does it need a human or forensic antidote? That's what we are going to be trying to resolve on the discourse this morning on Africa's Finest Breakfast Show. To do this honors for us is the former senior policy analyst to the chairman House Committee on National Security and Public Safety of the 7th National Assembly, and also he's a former gubernatorial aspirant in Niger State as regards the 2015 election. He also had this feather on his cap as a United Nations consultant, and in his earlier days had a stint with the Nigerian Defense Academy right there in Kaduna State, and also in the bid of floating a very recognized security outfit called Angels and Eagles Foundation. Let's make welcome Ambassador Isa Umar Kuje. Good morning, nice to have you join us.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, madam.
All right, we've seen that security challenges in Nigeria has been a very, very big bane to our development. Case in study, the Boko Haram that has ravaged the northeast, and the Fulani herdsmen also has been one of our challenges, not forgetting the communal clashes that has always taken place, especially presently looking at what's happening in Taraba State. As someone who is senior policy advisor to the chairman of House Committee on National Security and Public Safety, for you, what is the antidote to this? Is it forensic, or is it going to be human antidote?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. And, first, you have to look at the problem. You have to look at the solution. And you find out where the genesis of the henchmen, the robbers, they are all the same thing because they graduated from robbery to kidnapping. They are human beings.
Okay.
For instance, you need to know what are the genesis, the causes of why people are robbing Nigerians. The same Nigerians and the same henchmen. They are the same people attacking people, kidnapping them, asking for ransom. Obviously, it's a surprise to me in person because I've been in the system. I've known Fulani, I've known different peoples with their behaviors. Like where I come from Niger State, Bidia local government, when you talk about a Nupe man, you know he's a village man. He has low profile, he has a low way of living. I have believed that a Nupe man is in his village, he looks like someone that lives in London. But once he's out, he's so afraid to do anything that would tarnish the name of his family. So for instance, take the Fulani people. We know that the Fulani people, they're always going around with their cattle, and all they know is farming. They don't have any other ideas about using their sticks to attack anybody. But today, the Fulani men, today they know how to shoot gun, they know how to assemble gun, they know how to demand for ransom, they know how to map out a target, they have all the information to kidnap a human, they know the importance of a human being. Today, they will arrest him and ask for money. First, you have to look at the main problem, the genesis of this. The genesis.
For you, what is the genesis?
The genesis, they've been trained. They've been trained. The genesis of this problem is ex-servicemen.
Ex-servicemen. Okay.
For instance, ex or armed personals
Okay.
who left the service with anger.
Okay.
Because if you look at it today, the situation in Nigeria today, the government, they don't look at the solution to their actions. When they take action,
Like the consequence of their action.
the consequence of their action. They don't look at it that way. They will they only take it because of the offenses. They look at the offense and take action. For instance, now, This is an army personnel. Let's take an army, for instance.
Okay.
It's a man that's serving the country for 20 to 25 years.
Okay.
He has one or two problems, a little offenses, just a little, not even much. Even if it requires to be
when you say a little, like what can you give us an example?
An
of
example,
specific of a little?
There was an issue that happened in Ijo.
Ijo,
yes.
That's Niger Delta.
Niger Delta region.
Okay.
They were asked to transport one militant.
Okay.
I think their naval base. I think it happened within the Navy.
Access.
The Navy access. Yeah. I think the field commandant is it's a Navy captain also.
Okay.
Okay. I think he asked for the arrest for one militant. I think one of the bunkers also. So he was being transported from one side to the other side of it, and they have to cross the river. They have to use the boat.
Okay.
And there are about 4 officers.
Okay.
Who go for the arrest, and they arrested this Ijoma. On their way transporting him to the base, the Ijoma jump into the water.
Wow.
And you cannot expect them. They are not Ijo people. They don't know how to swim. Even if they are naval officers, how do you expect them to follow him to the water? They can't follow him to the water. So they have no option. Their field commander find a way and excuses, find every possible way and court-martial and expel them from the service. You don't even look at what did they know, what are they doing. They don't know anything about of how to protect this country. You've been trained them, taxpayers' money. You turn them to different fields abroad to go and learn how to protect this country, how to assemble guns, how to map a bomb. Or what they know is army job. They know nothing. They can't sell rice, they can't sell car, they can't do any business. They live in the barrack. They depend on the government. Everything they do, they sacrifice their life to protect this country at any angle. And now you are dismissing them without no any alternative. What do you think they will do? What did they know in their life? It's gone. They don't know anything about of gun. At the end of the day, what happened? Last time, you remember, in Benue State, they found a fake signal naval base.
Okay.
In Benue State.
A fake signal base.
A fake signal base. It's a barrack.
It's a barrack. Okay.
It's a barrack.
Yes.
This barrack will be supervisors by the same.
Which area in Benue State was this barrack?
I can't remember the name of the village, but actually I have it on my phone.
Okay.
If I remember, I think
okay.
It's all over the news. People send it on Twitter. Okay. This fake army barrack, the people who were there, who are training the soldiers, who are training the new people, whatever crime they are training them for, they are former servicemen. They left the service without no alternative of a job. And Nigerians have the alternative of a job for them, but they refuse. We have other parastatals where they can fit to their thinking, where they can fit with what they know. They don't do that. These people created this barrack. At the end of the day, what happened? They've been training for long. They just found that, arrested them. I have the picture. One day if I get home, I will send it to you. It's there. These people were arrested. No alternative. Because they don't have any other job. What they know best is gone. What they know is the barrack. When you are talking about that, we talk about the policeman.
Okay.
Policeman, Fulani man, just think. How did Fulani man know the importance of someone's privacy? How did the Fulani man know freedom is very important? When you deprive someone from his freedom, lock him up in the station, definitely, his family will come asking for bail. Bail conditions will be given to you. Bail is free. But definitely, a policeman, nothing, or what you know about is bail, is money. And the negotiation goes on. Bail can be 500,000, bail can be 100,000, bail can be even 3 million naira. It depends on how you negotiate, how is the wage of the offense. This is a policeman that knows exactly how freedom is important to human being. He arrested someone and kept that one in the police station. At the end of the day, these people are coming to ask him for bail. He negotiates with them. You know how people are worried. What happened at the end of the day? He knows that's important. I and you cannot open a fake police barrack. But a policeman who left the service can open a fake police barrack. Some time ago, they dictated about more than 3 or 4 police barracks in Zamfara and Niger State. I think about 6 years ago. So now, some of these police people, they are dismissed. They are dismissed. Their salary is not even enough for them to even cater even when they are working. The army man that was dismissed too, what he has to train the henchmen, show them how to shoot. The henchmen know the bush. He knows how to shoot. He knows how to teach him how to shoot. He will teach him the plan how to arrest. Today the henchmen are perfect. They don't need the policeman to sell a gun for them. You know how to get his gun. You don't need a policeman to show him bullets.
Okay, now you raise these issues in terms of, you talked about they don't need the policeman to get the guns. So who gets the guns for even these ex-servicemen? Are you saying they probably have contacts?
You see, when you are an armed personnel,
okay,
you are entitled to a gun officially.
Officially, okay.
And once you are entitled to a gun officially, you know how the officials, you know how the government acquire their guns?
No.
They know, because they are part of the government. They are part of the system.
Okay.
You know, definitely an S-man given an official gun. Definitely he know how the government get the gun and give to him.
Okay.
Because that is where he work. That is what he know. That is what he's trained for. He's trained for combat. He's trained for training, how to assemble gun. Whatever he's trained for, then he know how to get it.
To get it. Okay.
Because definitely it's the same colleagues of his that purchase it for their use. What I'm saying in this sense is that the alternative is not given to them. The government don't even care about them. In America today, most of the police people you see today, they are all S-armed servicemen who actually expelled from the service or one offenses like that, but they have an alternative for them. They join the police, they join other parastatals or security outfits within the American, so that they can be useful. People will see them, this is what they know best. Then you also look at another threat that we're having in this country, a very big threat in the security aspect.
All right.
A policeman died in active duty. He was given a house. He lives in his house with his family. He has 5, 6 children. Now he died in active duty. There's no honor. There's no gold medal. Nobody honor his family.
Do you have a typical example of this?
Yes. Okay. Example?
Yeah.
I interviewed a boy.
Okay.
About 8 years old boy.
8 years
old boy.
Okay.
I caught him.
In Niger State or here?
No, in my house in Kaduna.
In Kaduna, okay.
I caught him stealing in my backyard.
Wow.
He's removing the cable of my satellite.
Wow.
Just 8.
At night or during the day?
During the day.
Okay.
Because he knew that during the day, I'm not around.
Okay.
And the security man, he do lock the gate and go and smoke or follow his friends. Okay. So he have been surveilling my house. And 8 years old boy knows exactly how my house is. Now when I caught him, I asked him a question. Where are you coming from? He said he's the son of, there's this Malam that is close within your house. Yeah, your house. It's just about, let's say, the next village. We have the jewelry, we have the local site. The local site. So he now mentioned the Malam's name. That is where he lives. What are you doing there? He said he is learning Quran. As Al-Majiri, he said, yes. Why are you stealing my cable all the time? This is the 3rd time you are stealing this cable.
Wow.
He said he wasn't the one that stole the first one. Do you know who stole the first one? He said he knew. You knew? He said he knew. What are you doing with the money? Who are you selling to? He said he's selling it to somebody in Panteka. How much? He said for 300. Where you are, what are you doing? He says they give him food. They give him water, but they don't give him clothes. He has rashes in his body. They don't take them to hospital. Whatever happened to them, it happened to them. When they are sick, they don't get any medication. They will be there until sickness went on his life. I said, then asked him, where are your parents? He says, his father is a policeman. A policeman? He said, yeah, his father is a policeman. His father died. When? He said, the father died. Killed or died? He said, killed. By who? He said, by armed robber. How? Where do you live with your mother? He said, he lives in the barrack. Which barrack? He mentioned the barrack's name. Why is the mother not living there with you? He said, after the daddies died, they allocated the house to somebody. And the person has started disturbing them to leave. What about your father graduating? He said the mother has been going to the force headquarters, where she finally got it out. Did you go to school? He said yes. What class were you at when your father died? He said he was in primary 2. Did you further? He said no. That is why I was taken to Almajiri. How many of you say there are 5 of them? So for instance now, a policeman died in active duty. He has 5 children. The wife will be sent out of the village, will be sent out of the barrack. The barrack allocated to him by the same government who he was serving at the cause he died. He has 5 children. The government don't care about the children. They don't even know where the children, what they will be. Without education, what do you want the child to become? Of course, he will start by stealing the cable. Then he now graduated to start stealing money. Before then, he becomes an armed robber. And now start attacking people. So, my suggestion some time ago, this foundation, we are to look into this key problem to find a solution to it. And they are very...
So is it going to be human solution or forensic solution, as in scientific solution that's going to solve Nigeria's problem?
No. It's human solution. Okay. The last time I texted the Vice President, Osibanjo, and I said that the kidnapping issue is the ex-armed personnel and the deceased armed personnel children that are doing this. He said, correct, my dear. I seek an audio with him, but there's no time. Although because I didn't press harder to meet him face to face. But right now, this is a media. There are just few solutions to this problem.
Few solutions?
There are few solutions.
What are these solutions?
First, we cannot get the robbers, all of them, or get the henchmen who are already on this,
already enjoying this
outfit or so. But the problem, you look at it now, today you arrested a kidnapper.
Okay.
You think they are eradicated. The last time they said eradicated all the kidnappers in Kaduna Road. But you look at it now, they are back again. The last time they arrested...
So is it that they were released?
That is what I'm trying to make you to understand, that it is it's from the grassroots you have to cut it. Okay. Because once you are arresting them, you are killing them. The other ones are training, coming up. So if you don't get it from the grassroots and cut it, there's no way you can end it. When you kill them, the other ones are coming up. For instance, when a policeman dies in active duty, it's very simple. Provide him with a house with his family. Madam, first you honor the husband. When you honor the husband, we have gold medal. You honor him. Let the mother, let the family see how government honor their son. Let the son see how his father was honored. Sorry for your loss, madam. Your husband is a hero. He's an eagle. He died in active duty. We love him and we miss him. You have 5 children, madam. We are going to provide you with scholarship till the university level. Then we'll get you a house, 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom in your village where you will live. How do you expect a woman single-handedly to train 5 children, that the father is the one training them? You are a father too. I am a father too. My children cannot eat except if I'm out to look for food and give to them. And today, if I'm not there, how do we expect their mother, with the way and manner our wives have been relying on us? We're Africans. No matter what you do, your parents rely. Your wife, your children rely on you. The school, the food, you are the one. How you get them? Your salary is not enough. So you have to join the robbery, the corruption aspect of it. We are not even talking about that one. We're talking about the safety first. The children of those disease armed personnel who died in active duty, Nigeria cannot even honor them. They can't even provide them with accommodation. They can't even provide them with scholarship. What do you want the children to become in future? With higher education, then what do you think?
I just want to ask a question quickly. You mentioned about this security personnel,
yes,
who are sometimes expelled from active
duty. Yeah, no, expelled from the service.
Expelled from the service, rather. Now, how about the ones that actually committed offenses that are unpardonable? One, and then probably the ones that committed offenses that, as you rightly said, they should be given an alternative, probably absorbed into another security outfit or something that will still keep them within the sphere of being a uniformed person. You rightly said that all they know is guns and all that. But then my grouse here is that you said all they know is guns.
All they know
so
is
they go and recruit whether herdsmen or idle minds and all that,
exactly.
and they train them to be just like them.
Just like them.
My question, why is it that they don't go back and target these same people, generals or whatever you call them in the security
system
who
expel them?
Yes, why not go back to them and probably carry this anger out on them, but rather they are coming back to the citizens, the innocent masses, and snuffing out lives as if they are cockroaches and insects.
Okay,
so I
madam,
don't get that.
Madam, in the military system, or Nigerian system generally, when you look at the way and manner the law guarding every forces or every services, armed services, they have the rules of engagement. They have the offenses that needed to be pardoned. They have offenses that needed to be court-martialed. They have offenses that needed to be expelled. There's a difference between court-martial and expel and pardon and retire or forced retirement. There are a lot of things that happen. I can give you tens and thousands of examples. Fraud actions that has to do with money. Like in the Air Force sector, in the military sector, you see that when things were going bad, they will not say, okay, fine, this man have done something offensive, let's cover him, go on retirement. Simple. No, this is a retirement process.
So when is fraud?
Court-martial. That's fraud.
That is one thing
that
within
sounds like
the
injustice.
That's injustice. Yeah. They won't court-martial them. What they do that they will just ask them to go on retirement. But when a junior officers, the other ranks, have the same offenses like that, they will not sit down and court-martial him. They will just judge him.
So that's corruption still right there.
It's still corruption within the army, within the Air Force, within the police. This happen. Look at it now. They don't even give them chances. Like now, an other rank officer who just had a problem. He's supposed to be given a lawyer to be different. We have other lawyers in the military, that is the military police and so on. You just sit down and look at it over. Let him try. Let him be different at least. Some of them, they don't even try them. They even left the service. They just run without even notifying the government. Yes, example. For instance, now asked during IBB time, we have National Guard. They are all human beings. They've been trained. Those National Guard, there are thousands of them, and all of them have been trained how to use gun. They've been trained how to use any kind of explosive. Okay. And now at the end of the day, what happened to them? When Abacha come in, the commander and one or two way, they just say, fine, National Guard has been disbanded. Maybe you heard about it. It's been disbanded. They've been marched together to the military. Is it all of them that now go to the military? Most of them run away. They went away with skin. If you go to you find them in the beer parlor, some of them you find them be involved in one crime, another be killed. And those skills is with them. What do you expect? A gun is not something you can just wake up one day and just learn how to shoot. Just think. Okay, take another example. During Abacha's time, we have what they call strike forces. Those strike forces was being trained by Abacha. They've been taken to Israel. I think leader of it is Al-Mustafa. Yes. At the end of the day, more than 3,000 or 5,000 they've been taken to Israel. They learn how to make explosive, they know how to make gun, they know how to assemble gun, they know how to shoot a target, a lot of things. If you look at Kuta panel, a lot of them are confessing what they train. like Sergeant Roger and so on and so forth. If you see some of the staffers today in Kaduna or in Abuja or someone, you see them in the beer parlor, you just listen to their life. Some of them are involved in different crimes and killed, probably. No alternative for them. They even they even left the service. What do you think? They are a threat to the society. You don't know how to use gun. You don't know how to use gun. Probably I don't know how to use gun. But at the end of the day, you are not leaving someone that has a training, military skill, combat. The taxpayers' money you used to train him is now in the society, moving around without no alternative. He knows nothing about a gun. Nothing. You are not asking to go farm. You are not even making alternative for him. What did you expect? How do we eat?
Yeah, but sir, you know what? I have a little reservation concerning that. You know why? Everything is about paradigm shift. Before they went into training, just normal citizens. When they recruited, the training was obviously a paradigm shift. So if they're expelled or court-martialed or what's the other word, retired or forcefully retired and all that, why can't they work on themselves? Because I also think about the value you place on yourself. Why not also have that paradigm shift and say, okay, I've been expelled because I love myself and I love the larger society. I'll now still have that paradigm shift and absorb myself back to the civilian life and try to make a living for myself, if not for anything, for my family. Just like suicide, people that commit suicide. The other person that had triplets, I think after 17 years of marriage, and he killed himself and left a note with scripture on it and all that. I think it boils down to selfishness and all that. So yes, you've been expelled. The injustice has been done. What do you do? What's the option? Yes, I agree that all they know about is guns. But since the gun has been taken away from you, rather than go out there and cause rampage, why not create something better and more defined for your life? You're not the first person that has met such a wicked thing in your life or such an unjust thing, and then because of that you try to make your life useless or go and recruit people that are just like you and just cause chaos in the society. Shouldn't that be also part of the sensitization process?
Thank you. I like the way you talk. Knowledge is power. Power is knowledge. You know, you say something knowledgeable, you know, you just say that they've been living a normal life before. The life they were living before joining the military or the arms or service, something. Am I right?
Yes.
The life they are living before joining the service and so on and so forth. You look at it, the life, it's a very minor life. It's a single man life. He has no wife, he has no kids.
It's possible he had wives and kids.
Okay, let's look at it. Okay, fine. Let's, for instance, now, he has a wife and he has a kid. The family wasn't large. Now he joined the service. He spent 28 years in the service. He was being court-martialed.
Maybe less, sir.
Maybe 20 years. Maybe 26. Well, people that spend 30 years, man, they court-martialed them. People spend 15, 20 years. What, you know, is gone. Throughout that is life. You look at the time he lives in a civil life. Now he becomes an uniform man. He lives longer, so he knows better than when he was living a civil life. So that is the line he knows. And you know, one thing is that power. When you are holding a gun, this is a man with a gun. I remember there is a word they used to say. When you give an order verbally, the man says yes sir because he is a superior officer than you. Let's say Major General gives an order to other ranks and the other rank now says yes sir. But when the other rank is the gun, he's giving you an order that it's directly is an order that he's giving an order that I'm giving you a direct order with what? Not a general, with a man with a gun. When you see a gun, when you know a gun, you'll be more afraid of gun. When you know a gun, you'll be more afraid of gun than who don't even know a gun.
Exactly. They said only a fool argues with the gun.
Exactly. So when you see a gun, like if I see a gun now, I will be very, very, you should, I'll be more afraid than all of you.
So I don't think so.
I'm telling you the truth.
I don't think so.
No, I'm more afraid of you because I know what you can do.
Okay.
You don't know. So, a man with a gun, you know what be attacked by an armed robber?
Well, they came to the house, not being.
They came to the house. You can see that trauma.
Yeah.
It takes you years. The fear. The man with the gun, he has that power. He has no that fear in him. So this is what he knows throughout his life. If he has to go and arrest, if he has to go and protect, so you know how human beings feel. He knows how they act when they see a gun. So he's now expelled from the service. No alternative for him. Can you not tell me that how many people today, ex-servicemen or dismissed servicemen or expelled one, that you know that you can give example that they are farming?
Yes.
Wow.
In my state, no, seriously.
Seriously, in your state, there are a few ones.
Yes,
that is the ones that have human, they have sense of reasoning. This is a soldier, just enter, train, nose gun, and at the end of the day, we're expelling him out with an alternative. For instance, now tell what is happening in Kaduna State from last week now. See, the teachers want to go out. It's another crime, big crime coming up. The politicians, they don't think the way they're supposed to think. You don't just make action without alternative. That is the problem. Like now, the Kaduna State government is threatening to sack how many thousands?
21,000 plus
teachers, because they are what? They are not fit to teach, because they are not what? They are not educated, because they don't have the ability to teach.
They couldn't pass the
exam. Let's say if they don't have the ability to teach. So all what they are doing, they are just sitting down teaching the children rubbish. Am I right? So the governor want to make an alternative now. He want to do what? He want to sack the teachers and bring another educated. What about the ones you are sacking? What is the alternative for them?
So in that case, I think they brought it upon themselves.
No.
No, seriously, if you're not competent, if I'm meant to be a teacher and I can't even account or write a primary 4 exam,
fine, we know.
I took it upon myself to be foolish and
exactly,
careless.
but the problem, what is the alternative? He's a governor, he's a politician. He has been.
So I don't think the government owns it to them to give them alternatives.
No, they have alternative. They have different alternative. He can send them to school to go and learn. He can't. He's a governor. He can look for another outfit and put them together. Now he's bringing 21,000 people to the street. Doing nothing.
No, but the 21,000 he's bringing, they're meant to be qualified teachers. Because of the way the thing has beaten Kaduna State so much, I'm just of the opinion that El Rufai will not be that, I don't know, narrow-minded to still go and bring incompetent teachers, because the matter of
the ones in question right now.
Yes.
What is the alternative for them? They have a wife, they have a children. That's the same problem people are facing.
All right, let's don't go to Kaduna now. Let's okay, getting back to these challenges now.
The challenge is nice.
You said there are solutions.
Can
we get the solution?
The solution is to honor them.
Okay, that's one.
Every serviceman that died in active duty, there is to honor them. Okay. When you honor them, the family will see how the government honor them. Madam, sorry for your loss. Your husband is a hero. He's an eagle. Okay, fine. Then we look for alternative, maybe a house.
Okay.
At least the village.
Then scholarship for the children.
Scholarship for the children.
Okay, so what's the next?
Once you do that, the children will become important and viable. Okay. With education, he will think best way. With education, he will know what to do. At the end of the day, when a man is a graduate, he will think how to get a wife, how to get a good job, how to get a family, how to build a house. Will he be the same person again? Will be a threat to the country that help him, that make him valuable again, to go against the country? He won't do that. What is scholarship? The man died in active duty. The active duty, we are not saying the people that died on their own, but this is a man that died in active duty. A policeman today, you and I know this. An assistant police commissioner is collecting less than 200,000 naira. What can you do with 200,000 naira? A man that has 8 children and other relations around him, maybe 20. Assistant police commissioner is an adult person.
So that's what's encouraging the high level of corruption.
That is the truth. The salary of a policeman is very low. Very, very low.
But why don't they fight for increase rather than the amount of...
They are fighting... Madam, let's, for instance now, let's take a simple example. A assistant police commissioner, he is what? An area commander. He controls a territory of a place. Let's say a local government. Okay. And he's collecting less than 200,000 naira per month. And he has a wife and children, maybe 8 children. He has another beneficiaries in his side. Yes, that is enough for you. He has 4 wives or 3 wives. At the end of the day, he has another sisters and brother who died. The relations are living with him. Maybe about 10 or 15 people living with him. Wow. He is collecting 200,000 naira. How did you expect him to get an armed robber who has a very, very threat to the society, who has the armed robber is very terrible to society. Releasing him to the society is another problem. Instead of him sending him to prison to go and spend the rest of his life in prison, the policeman will not do that, because at the end of the day, if the armed robber offer him 1 million naira to release him, what he has to lose?
Could we put that to what's happening between Evans and the Nigerian police? Is there any link?
For what I'm seeing, Ivan issue, a lot of people have relief when Ivan has been arrested. They say, the notorious kidnappers, he's been arrested.
And it took the Nigerian police 7 years to arrest him.
I think there was one assistant police commissioner, I think, called Kyariko.
Okay.
I think, is it Kyari? I think that is the name of the man. Yes, I think the Intelligent Response Unit, yes. I think is the head of them. The man is trying. Around that, there was a time the man used to pose and wear this emir crown and dress like an emir and sit in the car and drive. So the kidnappers would look at him as a big man. So it's when the kidnappers now comes out to come and kidnap him, then it's responsive. No, the man is trying. He has his own plan. He has his way. The IG, it's not because I come from the same place for the IG, but the IG is a good man. If you look at all the IGs
don't you think the IG, that's what you just said about the IG, debatable with what Herman Misau, Senator Herman Misau has alleged the IG to have done? And,
Senator Misau, he want to find any way of denting the IG.
He's also a former police
He was
officer.
A former police officer.
So why would he want to dent the IG?
He has so many. The IG found some things about him. And it's the right of the IG to know.
But the Nigerian Police Service Commission came out to say what the IG alleged was not true, that Misau retired.
You cannot expect the IG to know everything. He has people that give him information.
But he was the one that accused Misau of not retiring properly, that his retirement letter was forged, that Mrs. Grace Logams, who signed the retirement letter, wasn't true. And Mrs. Logams will call to question.
Okay,
Mrs.
look
Logams
at it now. It's a very simple question. Senator Misau said this about, the IG said this about Misau. And Misau now, he was cleared. Yes. And at the end of the day, is the Misau now retaliating back to him?
No,
by the allegations.
No, the allegations were already out. The
matter was in court. Let the court decide and debate on that. I'm not citing the IG. I don't even know him in person, to be honest. Right. But the truth, the IG.
Because there are 2 allegations the IG has.
I know, but I can leave the allegation. Let's look at the good work.
No, we're even talking about when he took over from Arase. He said that Arase did leave the Nigerian police with a certain number of cars, which later on was found out to be somewhere under repairs.
Normally, you find this with elders, you find this with former IGs and so that is. But let's look at the work, the good work. When you say a good work,
what work has he done that's good to you?
During this kidnapping issue, Nigerians were in a very, very shocked. Like if we are traveling from Kaduna to Abuja here, like me, I'm very, very scared. If I don't think of robbers, I'll think of kidnapping. Every day I have that in my mind. If I don't think of robbers, I'm thinking of kidnapping. If I don't think of kidnapping, I'm thinking of terrorists all the time. And I'm coming to Abuja. This is where I'm coming to, because the only place to have a security there where you're coming to look for 1 or 2 things to do. Now, for me and others, Kaduna Road is free. In every 5 kilometers, we don't have such security before. The army, the response teams were there, the SARS, the vehicles were there each way. If you travel from here to Kaduna now, well, you're scared. Very well. I can guarantee you that because this is my road every day. Within 5 meters, you see police people on the way, and they greet you. And all of them, they're like in Niger State, my roads on my way to be there every day. The last time my in-laws were arrested, were kidnapped. Yes, they were kidnapped at the end of the day. But IG, it's a slap to his face. That the terrorism and kidnapping in his own hometown, that is the language people are saying. He tried. For that security aspect, for me, he tried. I don't know him in person.
Okay.
I don't know him in person. And a good job of one person. I know there's one policeman I know is there in Anambra State. He's the CP in Anambra.
State.
Believe me, with this incident that happened, that man tried. I've not spoken with him. Okay. I've not seen him for long, but I know, and I watch the media, and I watch people saying good about him. He tried. And I believe that the man bring a solution to this problem of the North. Like now, when the Igbos start killing the Hausas in Anambra.
The alleged killings.
The alleged killings.
Because at the point, reports from also the Nigerian police said there was no such killing.
There's no such killing. Thank you very much. That is why that is the man in question. Okay. The man in question, his name is Garba, he's a CP Garba. He's been trying.
Okay.
There is no single person killed in his area.
Okay.
Obiano side. No. He tried. He calmed the Igbos. The other time I said, the man has been walking around that side, Patako, so he knows how to calm the situation down. So now, at the end of the day, he still delegate people to talk to Kaduna. Kaduna is where I live. I know how people feel. I know when there's one thing, allegation, the Hausas will start carrying daggers, start killing. I know how much he has tried and effort to tell people, please, tell them I am there. No Hausa man is killed. None of our brothers is killed. I am the CP there. Don't retaliate. I know how of the effort that police commissioner has done.
All right, I will go for a quick break so that when we come back, discussions with Ambassador Issa Umar Kuje would continue. It's been exciting having him in the live series, giving us very insightful details as regards the security challenges faced in Nigeria, talking about the biggest black nation in the world.
Politics is life, and life is politics.
Facebook and Twitter, they govern in those places, but they are not ready to come offline.
On this platform, controversy to take center stage.
We are all aware how this President Minister of Agriculture imported grass from Brazil.
The same way the largest economy in Africa, I never felt the impact of that economy in my pocket.
And I don't really trust the news at all. Do join me as we find out who gets what, when, and how.
Imagine a world without sports. No football, no basketball, no tennis, no boxing, no Formula One. All excitement gone. Now check this.
On Sports Center, we will be bringing you mind-blowing stories all around the world of sport.
Business is at its busiest, yet it's rush hour. Feel the pulse of the economy. Understand issues that plague the Nigeria economy. Join in the massive transformation happening in the Nigeria capital market. Be financial literate as I bring to you key players, the movers and shakers of the Nigeria economy. Flow with the narratives of how regulations and enforcement, corporate governance, innovative technology, investors' confidence, and market institutions affect the economy. Be the first to feel the pulse of the market on Mondays and Fridays, 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. with Gabriel Nisi.
Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on Instagram at PTVNG. Watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel, People's TV. Visit our website, www.ptvng.com. Subscribe now and join the conversation online. People's TV, preferred people station.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Africa's finest breakfast show. It's called New Day on People's Television. You'll find us on channel 120 on the Star Times decoder. My name is Anthony Momodu. It's been awesome right here in the live studios. Hembedon and I still holding forth, and we've got Ambassador Issa Omar Kuje, who was the former senior policy advisor to the chairman on the national security and public safety, also a United Nations consultant and former gubernatorial aspirant in Niger State, talking about the 2015 elections. We're so happy to have him right here in the live studios, giving us details as regards the issue of security challenges in Nigeria and the way out of it. All right, you spoke a lot about how ex-servicemen are one of the group of people that we can hold responsible for all the security challenges we're having. Now, talking about impersonation of different security outfits by ex-servicemen, can we link the fact that probably some guns, some ID cards, uniforms, and other apparatus of other different security outfits remains with these people, or they have access to these things, how it has helped them carry out these nefarious activities even after being sacked from service? Is it possible that this is also helping them?
Well, like some time ago in Kaduna State, I remember there was a customs. They arrested some custom officers with gun, with customs vehicle, parked at the roadblock where they normally checks to those tokumbokas or any. Surprisingly, I heard that they are fake custom officers. I say, how are they fake custom officers? They've been there for long. But on finding the detail, they are really fake custom officers because they are impersonating as a custom officer. They were custom before. They were dismissed. They are no longer in the service. But how they manage to run the custom, because they run the place before. So they can run it. It's an example that I and you cannot just wear the custom uniform and go and paint a car and park and start snatching people's car or collecting people's car in the realm of custom. Definitely it's a custom whom actually worked there, who actually was doing that, then he's no longer in the service and he find it difficult to accept that. So he has no another place he can earn a living. All what he do in his life is the custom job. So that is where he was assigned to. So even after he was dismissed, he has no other job.
So they didn't take all those.
They may take the gun. At the end of the day,
the ID card.
They can produce ID card anywhere, any day. And moreover, how do you know this man is impersonating? First of all, you get to know the man impersonating by his action. It's just like now, if a policeman today wear a police uniform, he's not impersonating, he's a policeman. Even when he was being dismissed from the police and wear the police uniform, how will you know? Except if you travel to a key point or a key places where people know that he was dismissed. If a policeman is dismissed in Abuja here and he wear uniform in Lokoja, how will you know he's a fake policeman? He has been there. He knows how to move. He knows how to salute. He knows how to make the esprit call, whatever language they are using to identify themselves. They know their code.
So should the security agencies put the public on alert anytime such police officers are dismissed?
Very important. On the media, faces everywhere. They should spend money. Let them look at it and say, "For the media, please, in so time we have dismissed so people." Let the media carry it. Let the paper. Let it be going around at least for a whole year. With that, you will know who you are meeting. You will know the fake policeman you are meeting on the road. You know the fake army man you are meeting on the road. Because there's no way. When you look at it now, when you arrested a Fulani man, by looking at his uniform, you see he's wearing canvas, he's wearing school uniform. You know definitely he doesn't know how to use uniform. But a real armed robber that you know that was a former ex-serviceman, he won't do that. And he cannot come out and say he's a robber. Now tell me, how many connections, even in Ivan cases, so many soldiers, they were involved. They were involved in a kidnapping.
Okay.
Policemen were involved at the end of the day. It's because the government is not taking good care of them. You cannot just give a policeman 15,000 naira for a salary, sorry, 50,000 naira for a salary, inspector. How do you want him to live? I just give you an example of a policeman, an assistant police commissioner collecting less than 200,000 naira, and he's having an armed robber in his custody. And the armed robber is telling him that he's going to give him 5 million naira to release him. So tell me, what will he do? He will release him. Then you now go and you now join the society again, become a threat to all of us that we are standing here today. So it's like this foundation, the Angels and Eagle Foundation.
Okay, that's taking us to private security outfits. How effective are they is what we'll be looking at now. How effective private security outfits, that's going to be our next discuss now. Looking at it, do you think private security outfits are effective? How effective do you think they are? Especially if you put into consideration the issue of this ex-servicemen and all this.
There is the disease. I mean, okay, fine. This is a foundation. It's not a security outfit. It's a foundation. Okay. Angels and Eagles Foundation.
Okay.
We come up with this idea of Angels and Eagles Foundation because we find out that in other countries like America today, they honor their angels and their eagles. Okay. So the angels stand as a serviceman who left the service with a little anger, minor offenses. Maybe some of them just left the service on their own without notifying the government. Some of them even run away with the gun. A lot of them run away with the gun. A lot of them leave the service without even dismissing them. They went on their own. They are angry on their own. Maybe the salary is not enough for them. Maybe things is not good for them. So we put them there, the angels. So, like most of the soldiers that with just a little minor problem, like the National Guard issue, where the soldiers were being combined together, and some of them say, "I'm not joining army. I was trained as a National Guard. Why am I joining army today? I'm leaving the service." And another way again, we have this strike force who are now in the government. They know the villa. They know everything about the villa. They've been taken to outside to train. They train combat. They are weapon on their own. So when the new government come, they look at them as a threat to them. They don't look at them as a threat to society. They cannot bring them together. For us, they are simple issue. This is where they belong to. When they have a problem, move them together, find a place, find something and attach them. If possible, they are in the villa. Find a way and be with them. But because of loyalty and selfish and interest of the politicians, once this government is going, another government is coming, the people that you train.
But can the army people let them into this, the consequence of these actions of theirs?
That is what I'm trying to make you to understand.
No, why didn't they tell the politicians that if you do A, B, C, because of how highly trained these people are, they're going to be trained?
That is why this foundation is coming up.
Okay.
This foundation is to look at the problem. This foundation is to bring them together. We will search for them. That is why we name them angels.
Angels and eagles.
The eagles are the disease and person who die in active duty.
Okay.
So these angels, we will look at them. We will bring them together. We will search for them. We will sit with them. They will come under the foundation. We will know their problem. We'll pass their problem to the government. We'll ask government to look for a way to put them in.
What's the guarantee the government will listen to you?
They will listen to you because we will liaise with United Nations and other foreign partners.
Okay.
Because they are doing it. They will copy from other countries. If America has Eagles and Angel Foundation, why Nigeria don't? Why? Why won't you copy from them? We are learning from them. Aren't we in democracy? I want to learn from them. Why don't we learn the Eagles and Angel Foundation too?
But based on what you just said, that was very key. You said that, okay, just give an example that in the villa, for instance, these people are taking abroad, train Israel, wherever, and all that, and they come and they are like weapons on their own.
They are weapons.
But then what if, because of the way we take politics in Nigeria, APC, PDP, they literally look at themselves as enemies. So let's say APC goes and probably PDP comes in. Won't the ruling party feel as if these people could be threats to them because they're actually loyal to the party that was on ground? So can't you also look at it from that other angle, that these present people feel threatened because they may be loyal to this other party they just left? Is that not also a possibility?
Yeah, how
it's possibility
because you work with that. How can you balance that?
That is the problem. That is the main problem we're having. You bring your personal interest, then you will join it to the public interest. When you are a leader, you don't think about your personal interest. You look at the public interest. This is a personal interest. Is it because I'm not in good time with you, and I'm not in good time with you, and I know you are important to the society? I was there because of our personal interest. I'm not in good time with you. Maybe I and you have one problem. Maybe me and you have a problem. Maybe we'll be married together and we divorce. And I don't have this anger with you. You have this anger with me as a husband. This is my husband. This is a personal issue between me and you. As a husband, as a wife. It's a personal issue. It has nothing to do with the interest of the government. That is why we have democracy. That is why we are practicing the democracy. It's the interest of the government by the people. The interest of the people by the people. Isn't what democracy is? So now, when you are saying that because of PDP, you are in the PDP, I'm in the APC, and I know you are capable of doing this, that is why we can never learn in Nigeria today. That is why up to today, to tomorrow, I'm looking at the situation in Nigeria is bad. I look at Mr. President with what he's doing, the reform, whatever reform he says he's doing. I'm not talking in the sense of APC or PDP here. Yes. I'm talking personally. Why is it that somebody who knows agric, he learned agric, he knows agric, why don't the government take him and give him the portfolio of agric? So when somebody take like, let's say professionally, a geologist should be given a mining industry to manage. Someone that knows economic, who read economic, who knows best, should be taken to the Ministry of Finance. You cannot just take somebody from agric and take him to works. You can't take somebody from sport and take him to the Ministry of Mines. That is the problem up to now. You need to work it. But one thing is that I remember during Obasanjo's time, there was a meeting. Adamuchiroma attended that meeting. I think they are somewhere in Vienna also. All the ministers, I think economic summit also. It's 1999.
That's Austria.
Vienna, Austria. All the ministers of other countries that attended, all of them, you see them with their laptop. Young men like us. You see our Nigerian delegates with Babangida with this stomach and coming like Adamuchiroma, all of them will sit down and say, Adamuchiroma have to tell Obasanjo the truth. And say to Obasanjo, our time is up. Let's get the young ones to see the future of this country through. Obasanjo agreed to it. That is why in the second tenure, he has to invite Junior, what is his name? Junior, El-Rufai, all of them. Don't you see the ministers' cabinet in during Obasanjo second tenure? They are young. They are young, all of them, you see it. But before you see Sanizam Gondora Agri, you see this man finance, all at the age of 80 and 95 years. Then why don't Buhari do the same thing? Let him get a good technical advisors and that. Well, I think I think he woke up now. I think that's what he's trying to do now. Let's look at the CV. Don't look at personal interest. Look at people who are qualified. Did Obasanjo know El-Rufai? Did Obasanjo know Weki? Did he know him? He don't know them. El-Rufai cannot come and say that he knows Obasanjo from the beginning. It's lie. El-Rufai just come by chance. It's through his book. So now, let us not deviate from what we are saying.
Okay.
In the main issue,
as we wrap up, how
the foundation.
What's the guarantee that Angels and Eagles is going to be a solution to Nigerian problems? Because just recently, the Senate, National Assembly, passed into law the Nigerian Vigilante Group which has said they want to work with rural communities just to ensure security and, in other words, help all these communal clashes, herdsmen clashes. Angels and Eagles, are they going to duplicate what that vigilante group?
No.
And do you think the vigilante group can actually get the job done?
Well, I'm not saying Eagles and Angels will eradicate insecurity in Nigeria. And I'm not saying that Eagles and Angels will find a solution to this particular problem. But cut the problem from the grassroots. What I mean, the people that are coming up to do it.
Okay.
Our own is to make sure that it not move ahead like it was now.
Okay.
Like example now, people are coming. Last time, a policeman was kidnapped in Gusau. Maybe you heard about it.
Yes, in Gusau.
And the policeman was released without paying any ransom.
Okay.
Nobody found out why.
Okay.
Because he was released free. Because if he was killed, the children will become like the people that kidnapped him. His children will become like them. Because the government will not give the children school fees, will not pay their school, will not give them scholarship. His wife will chase away from the barrack. So they become who they are. He left free. So now the Eagles and Angel Foundation, this Angels and Eagle Foundation, he is not looking at insecurity as in the top, as the vigilante are trying to find a solution, how to arrest or how to get them, how to stop. Our own is the genesis.
Okay.
To cut it from the grassroots. We will sit with those SRV, we will look for them.
Okay.
We will look at their problem. What is your problem? Why are all this going on? What is your problem? We will interact with them. We will find a solution. We will pass their message to the government. Government will listen to us because the government of another country is listening to the other foundations. Then we'll look at the disease armed personnel. We are not talking about the ones down already. The ones that are coming up. No. We have people that die in there. They die every day. Policemen die every day. The last time, you remember there is a policeman during the raid of the robbers and the kidnappers in Suleja.
In Suleja, okay.
One policeman died there.
Yeah.
What did government say about it? Where is his wife? What did they do? He has 5 children. What did the PRO say? What did the PRO say? We lost one of a man. Finish. Is that the right thing? And not even that alone. There was a time they attacked the emir of Kano. Just look at it very well. The emir of Kano was attacked. 2 policemen give their lives. Shot, take a bullet for him. Because that's what they are trained for. That's what he gave his life for. At the end of the day, what would government say? Emir of Kano escaped death. They are even compensating him with almost 150 million naira. What about those police people that give their life? Where is the children? Where is their wives? Their children are the one you see on the road today, stopping you, attacking you at the end of the day because they don't know what to do. So our foundation is to look at the problem. The problem is not that we are not looking at the problem as a living. No, we will interact. We will come into the government. We will affiliate with Nigerian government. They will find a solution. We will build a house for them. Nigeria has to do that. Any policeman that die in active duty, Nigeria should provide the family with a house. It's not big enough. Provide the family with a scholarship so that this insecurity will go away.
All right, we want to say big thank you to Ambassador Issa Omar Kuje, who is a former gubernatorial aspirant in Niger State as regards the 2015 elections, and also he was the former senior policy analyst to the Chairman House Committee on National Security and Public Safety, and also United Nations consultant. And like I did tell you, in the early days, had a stint with the Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna, talking about the NDA, and also in the forefront of setting up Angels and Eagles Foundation, who hopefully will be looking at this issue on how to stop the security challenges faced in Nigeria. Wishing them all the best of luck. I want to say thank you very much for joining us and having an enlightening time with you. All right, this is how we'll be calling it a wrap on Africa's finest breakfast show, New Day, on People's Television. And my name is Anthony Momodu, and I've got my queen. Going to say her sweet goodbyes to you.
Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Hembadong Bandi. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.